We're gonna be doing our SuperPoly on top of this sample board here, and we're gonna be broadcasting flakes into this. This is an ideal floor system for somebody that wants to be returned to service in a quick period of time. So the people that wanna do a one-day garage floor system, a person that's doing a restaurant that's gonna be quartz broadcast. When they're doing that restaurant work, they wanna go back to service right away. They don't wanna be shut down at all. So it's really important that you have these type of industrial products here that don't have high VOCs, right? The big thing about this product, right, is low VOC.
We're gonna go with a 1-to-1 mixture. We've put universal pigment into the polyaspartic. This is pretty typical of the pigments we'll use with other polyaspartics. So we're gonna mix for about 1.5 minutes. We're gonna use a roller to spread the material. This coverage is about 150 to 200 square feet per gallon, depending on the porosity of your concrete. We'll be able to roll this material out and broadcast directly into it. It gives us 20 minutes of bucket time, 20 minutes of working time, and it will be dry in 1 hour. It has a full return to service. You can actually have a car on this in 24 hours. And as Chris mentioned, there is no odor. This is 100% solids material. So great product to be working with. This is a 1.5 gallon kit. So that's 3/4 of a gallon of A, 3/4 of a gallon of B. You mix the two kits together, you should get, as I said, 150 to 200 square feet per gallon, depending on the porosity of your concrete.
And what's the mix time on this?
It's about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Very easy to mix.
Yeah, so you can either use the stick or you can use a paddle. And obviously if you're doing the paddle, you don't want to have it at the highest RPM. You want to just do it at a low RPM and make sure that you're hitting the sides of the bucket and the bottom of the bucket to make sure all the A hits all the B.
And as we would be doing on a floor, I'm using a 3/8 inch nap roller. I'm loading up my roller with material first. And then I'm going to start to fill in the floor until it's completely covered. I'm going to draw that material down the floor, and I'll add more as needed in what we call a wet on wet application. Put wet on wet just simply means a ribbon of liquid material. And I'll pull this liquid down further. The roller's already saturated, so that material will go further. We'll fill in that board.
And this product, like you said, was 150 to 200 square feet per gallon once you've pigmented it and you're doing your primer coat. Now Robert is going to broadcast flakes directly into this material. So this will be your primer coat and will also be holding all the flakes that are really going to be the decorative part of the floor.
So this will be a 2-layer system. As with the flakes, we'll be able to pigment and broadcast. When this is dry, we'll use the exact same material, but this time we'll just keep it clear and we'll top coat with that material as well. So as we normally do, we're gonna broadcast flake directly into this. This will be dry in 1 hour. We'll come back later and we'll top coat. Make sure that you have enough material to cover, and you would be walking, of course, in your spiked shoes while you're doing this.
And making sure that you are broadcasting it high in the air.
Yes.
Right, so you get good coverage.
A little different on a table, but generally you want that material to rain down on the floor to broadcast across, get good even coverage. All right, simple as that.
Well, Robert, you did a great job of installing those flakes. You did a great job. It's now had its time to dry, which was basically 1 hour and 10 minutes. And tell everybody what you did with that after.
Yep, so just with normal flake system, the next thing we're gonna do once this is dry, we're gonna clean up the excess flake, and we keep those. We can reuse those for a future job. We then scrape them using a flat scraper just to knock down some of the ridges and vacuum the floor. We're ready for a top coat. We're gonna use the same exact product. This time we're gonna use it in clear, and we're gonna mix it 1-to-1 as we did before. So I'll mix it, and we'll use the same roller that we used previously, 3/8 inch nap, and we'll clear coat this for a final finished system. Install that. Gonna use that ribbon and roll method. Gonna pour that ribbon of material. Gonna saturate the roller as I did before, bringing it through the material and back down across the floor. Remember guys, we're gonna have 20 minutes working, 20 minutes in the bucket, 20 minutes working time, and this should be dry in just about 1 hour. And then we could begin by back rolling, filling everything in. It's important to change direction because you have ridges, nooks and crannies that we're trying to fill. So at this point, you do want to basically paint the floor north, south, east, west. Once we've got everything evened out, make sure all your edges are coated. We're again going to work in one direction and we're going to back roll that floor. I'm going to do it in a different direction this time. Just with a 1-inch overlap. Even, consistent pressure on the roller, no pressing down, and I'll finish it off. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Yep, it's gonna look great. Nice shiny surface, beautiful, durable, UV stable.